It's not anything to be ashamed of to say, well, it kind of looks like that structure's worked quite well for the entire duration of mankind, and so maybe we mess with it at our peril.
You're hearing about family values from the childless and unmarried. Don't follow them.
The women have to stop blaming men for their sense of malaise or misery.
I didn't create you people to kill and torture and rape each other. I created you to be good to each other. I love the God who had a flood.
As I'm sure most of you have already heard, either on your news feeds or on Twitter or wherever the hell you are in this universe, there have been deaths on the border, and they're all atrocious and bad things, and we should all be morally opposed to them. Except for one tiny problem. You're not obligated to feel bad about them. I mean, let's take a moment to consider what exactly has transpired. An invader, whom you don't know, you have no connection with, you don't know from Adam, and you have no moral obligation to understand or feel compassion for, has tried to enter your country without any permission, without any know-how, without any vetting taking place. You have no idea this person's cultural background. You don't know their political stances. You don't know how they feel about family. You don't know if they're on drugs. You don't know if you don't know anything about this person. You don't know if they have anything even remotely similar to your experiences or to your trials. So let's take a step back and say, maybe it's okay to not feel bad about people trying to get into the country, dying trying to get into the country. I mean, perhaps nature simply doing what a border wall should have done. Perhaps if there was a border wall, this tragedy should have been readily avoided. Perhaps, and it's almost like they're trying to guilt us once again for being human, which, as you all know, I am morally opposed to. Being human is what I'm all about. So, and I understand that some people think that this is harsh, it's cruel, it's unreasonable, but hate to break it to you, but this is human nature. I mean, this is this is sincerely how I feel inside. One might say that this is my genetic predisposition, that I'm, that this is, how would you say, born this way. Yeah, I'm born this way. I am literally made to not feel sympathetic towards strangers. Imagine, if you will, you were to learn that someone was trying to get into your house, but before they got to your house, they tripped and fell and cracked their head open. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. But this particular individual, for whatever reason, who was trying to get into your home, happened to off themselves in the process. Don't feel bad. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable for you to feel a sense of, dare I say, relief? Dare I say, a little, you know, it's not peace, but, you know, a little bit of safety, like, okay, all is right with the world in this. You know, I didn't have to meet this this unwanted guest, and you shouldn't feel bad about that. But then we get to the fact that they're children. Yeah, some of them are children. That is a true thing. That is a thing that happens. But let's be entirely blunt here. Is that our fault, or is that their shithole parents' fault? I'm going to go with the parents. I'm going to go with the asshole who picked up their kid and said, hey, let's try and cross a river and a desert to get to somewhere we're not supposed to fucking be. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put the blame. For me personally, that's where the blame's going to go. But we have another segment for you today about the Democratic Party and why I'm not watching it. Ah, yes, the race to second place, as I'm affectionately calling these Democratic primaries. You know, we already know that Trump's going to win. We already know that it's going to be a landslide. And furthermore, we know that when we watch the Democratic Party primary debates that it is going to be an absolute shit show of virtue signaling and gotchas and, denigrating the American president. Which is, fantastic. Yes, keep digging your hole. As I said, this is the race to second place. We already know that they're going to be the loser. We are watching for who's going to be the loser in the 2020 election. Just have that in the back of your head, and as you're watching it for the cringe, that's what this needs to be called. This needs to be called the Trump 2020 meme stash, because that's what it's going to become. It's going to be a bunch of virtue signaling assholes trying to out-victimize one another or out-victimize their constituents to the point that they feel that they should vote for the person who has their best interest, with absolute bullshit policies and politics that we know fail. That's going to be what we're going to be watching, and that's why I'm not watching it. That's why I'm going to absolutely sit back, let everyone else make the memes, watch the clips, name all the gotchas, but, and this is really important, the funniest shit's going to be after the debate. After the debate, where all of the candidates who sound all like one another, none of them want border security, they all hate guns, except for maybe that one bitch. All of them are going to, after the debate, try to position themselves in the superior position despite not sounding any different from all the rest. This shit's gonna get hilarious. You thought cannibalization before was a sport? Oh my god, this is going to get orgasmic, people. This is going to get fucking amazing. I cannot wait until the morning after the debate, which, by the way, I am not watching and never will watch. If you want to give me the best hits in the description, please do so. But just so you and I are perfectly clear, I'm just here for the memes. I am just here to watch the self-ponage of the Democratic Party once again rear its ugly head and lovingly make way for a steam-rolling Trump train. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Stay carnal, guys. This is my double feature for today, so hope you enjoyed it. Bye.